Guys, we are now looking at the highest delta and the biggest return on investment. So after doing a lot of research, the conclusion is the best chance that you have is in day game, and that is at the stores, at the Trader Joe's, at the Walmarts, and those kind of places. Um, One of the problem with bars is that when you order something and there is nobody there, and you quickly realize that in like a few seconds you cannot leave the place, and that's very annoying, and that makes the game very hard. Even if you hop onto different bars, it's a bad idea because you cannot talk to people. Pure nightclubs where a lot of people would gather, that thing is ruled out due to COVID. So the only way in which this is going to work is going to be Trader Joe's, Whole Food, and other places. Now, if you quickly revise, that's going to be hard because the girls are not expected to be hit on there. A lot of time they are with their boyfriend. But one good thing, a girl would never come on her own to a bar, but a girl would go on her own to grocery shopping. So that's a very good time to pick them. I have never seen any girl going alone to the bar, so that thing is ruled out. So on the weekends, in the morning, in the evening, if you were to try to swipe right on a girl, then you have to use the day game model. Now, the other idea is if you stop a girl, you have to do fractionation, go close and back close. You already know that kind of stuff. You already, after playing the game, a lot of time you already know the content. You already know that you're not going to comply to them if they ask you for money or something like that. So in that regard, you already know how to play the game. Uh, the only hindrance that you get initially is in cold approach, like stopping a girl. If you're setting up your expectation too high, you can say, "Excuse me, can I tell you something?" I think it's mysterious. It's not that bad. I mean, Todd says and Tom Torero says, "Don't do that. Can I tell you something?" It develops a mystery. And they would be, "Wow, how dare you? How could you say that? Oh my God, did you just say that?" And that's the kind of feeling that they get. So I think it should not be that bad, which is my technique. If you are getting too nervous, it's like, "Excuse me, can I tell you something if you don't mind?" And you can talk about that. So, I still think it's going to work like that. You already know what to do with the others in terms of escalation, in terms of sexualizing the communication. You already can converse with them. Uh, and what else? What else? I think that is it. I think you can ask their permission. Now, one of the idea is when you say "excuse me," you can study their body language, and when you say to them, "Can I tell you something, if you don't mind?" You can see if they are in a hurry, they are receptive, and that's going to give you an extra moment of peace. So, "Excuse me, can I tell you something for a moment?" Should work if, because the other was, "Excuse me, I think you look very nice. I think you did a good job." But that's too overt. They don't have an attention span to actually hear that. So I think, yeah, let's try that variation. And I'm going to tell you the results about that, which is, "Excuse me, can I tell you something for a moment? Can I tell you something if you don't mind? Excuse me, can I tell you something if you don't mind?" Well, even if you do, I'm going to tell it to you. Well, even if you do mind, I'm going to tell you that
take the next right onto Montclair
I
Avenue.
think you did a great job with your stuff. So that's
Continue on Montclair Avenue for half a mile.
the path of salvation So I'm going to end in like a couple of minutes. So yeah, in the bars and everything, the problem is once you sit, you cannot talk to anybody and there is no movement. So this night thing is completely waste of time. I think the time has come where you have to stop going out in the night and start getting up at like 7 a.m., getting dressed at like 8. And that's the challenge that I think you have to take. Now, you have 3 Trader Joe's, 3 Whole Foods. You can get an item from each. So that's going to be, if it's even worse, you don't buy anything. You just walk there and just do your job.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Main Street.
So you can do that when you want to. The other one where you think that the girl is not coming close to you, interested in you, you should assume that all
Take
girls
the
are
next
interested
right
in
onto
you.
Main Street, then turn left onto
That's
Union
how
Boulevard.
you should think about it.
Take the next left onto Union Boulevard. In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Riverview Drive.